Hi, fellow traders. Well, I am wrapping up this short week, but I'm wrapping it up on a positive note. Um, I was higher than a kite earlier, but some things happened later on in this market that really took some of the wind out of my sail. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. But really happy to be finishing the week the way I am. I hope you guys had a great week. You know, we talked about this. We've been waiting for the market to come back to us, and it is. This is exactly why I didn't make wholesale changes. You don't want to do that. If you have a strategy you know that works, and you know that the market can go away from you for a minute, and you just manage your risk, continue to do the things that you're supposed to do, you're going to be fine until the market comes back to you. And that's really what we have been looking for. So be humble, be hungry, and always be the hardest worker in the room. You want to be humble, not boastful. You want to be hungry though. You got to have that hunger to grow if you want to be successful. You got to keep that hunger. Don't never rest. You know, you always have to be the hardest worker in the room. And for us, our hard work entails our reflection and doing our journal every day like we're supposed to, reviewing it on the weekends, establishing, things that we did good, that we need to work on, that we need to focus on in the coming week. And every morning, taking our time, vetting the stocks, preparing ourselves for the open. That's the work we got to do. And we got to be the hardest worker in the room. Building our trade plans and executing them according to how we wrote them or how we put them together. All of this is hard work. Just focus on it and the things will come. It will come to you. So let's look at the roadmap. I've got one more spot left that I can offer this special to. We filled one this morning. So if you're interested, you want to act very, very soon, because once this goes down off the website, the link's gone. It's gone until I can open it up again. But you get 6 months access to the community where you get everything. You get the mentor sessions every month. You can split the hour up into 4 15-minute sessions to 30 minutes, or we can do the whole hour in one time. But it's up to you. It's designed and tailored to what your needs are as a trader. So it gives you enough time to go through the classes. We have live classes every week. Be a part of that. Watch all the videos and really, really learn and develop the skills that you need in order to be successful. Now, with that said, there are a lot of people, and I've run into this too many times, where I've had somebody sign up for a month and said that they have to cancel because they didn't make $100 to pay for the subscription. And that app makes absolutely no sense. Same thing with 3 months. I didn't make enough to pay for it. Or a year, I didn't make enough to pay for the year. If that's what you're trying to do, you're sabotaging yourself. If you're worrying about having to make a subscription payment or coming up with this money to buy this class or to do this. So that's why I came up with the lifetime membership. So you don't have to worry about ever renewing anything, whether your time runs out, whether your access to the classes run out. You get it for the life of me. And I don't plan to die soon. I'm just starting to live. I'm just starting to enjoy the life the way I wanted to enjoy it and spend time with my family like I've always wanted to. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. And trading is the vehicle that's giving it to me. So I'm always going to be here. So So for life, you're here. You never have to spend another dime on anything. Everything that you see, you get. The mentoring, the classes, all of that. Just one low price. You pay that and you're done. And all you have to do is focus on learning how to trade. That's it. So if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description section of this video, or you can reach out to me, Ed, at AverageJoeTrader.com, and I will get back to you. We can chat about it, whatever you want to do. So one more roadmap to success offer on the table. It won't open up again until I get some more openings. All right, so today, the day started out really good. The market seemed to be more active pre-market than it was yesterday. And a lot of times that typically means we're going to have a bad day or a slow day. And usually when it's slow pre-market, the market opens up and it gives us days like it gave us yesterday. And so again, today this was a little slow. It took a long time for it to get going. But man, once it did, it did, and it really, really ticked me off later on in the day, which you'll see here in a minute. But really, really, really good morning. And I got this on the 3-minute opening range. This is the 3-minute, the low of the first 3-minute candle, but I managed this off a 5-minute chart. So I get in on the 3, I manage it off the 5, and you can see we did get some pushback on this. And this is what I've been seeing lately. If I got in on the 5-minute, I probably would have been stopped out up here. But on the 3-minute, I was well within my max loss, was able to allow this trade to test these levels. This was a 52-week high, and it failed to hold over it. Anytime it fails to hold over it, you're going to go short. And that's exactly what happened here. And yeah, I could have added to this if I had the buying power. I definitely would have added, because this would have been just like another trade. But I didn't. I just had to ride this out. And we haven't been hitting the levels like that, like we should on the first move down. It's like it's been coming within 5 or 10 cents and bouncing. And it's been really frustrating. So I put my stop where I knew it would get hit. And my profit target, it got hit. Then we had this strong bounce, ended up taking me out break even. And we could not push the 20. We couldn't claim it. We closed over it. This candle traded and closed over it. This candle opened and still closed above it. Never broke the high of this candle. So it never did claim the 20. And then we started to sell off. And that's when I picked it up. And this was a huge move. You should have seen me sitting in the drive-thru at Captain D's. The ladies laughing at me because I'm trying to trade this. It hit right at the right time. I'm trying to pay, and it was hilarious. And then I'm trying to log in to the room to let you guys know, before I got back, and it was just funny. But a nice move down. I was looking for this here. When we were rejecting here, I thought we had this. But it just got bought up. It took me out again. And started making the move. Started coming back. So I was okay with it, still making this move. I was fine because I had the meat of the move. I was okay. And I honestly thought I had made more money than this. I thought I had made around $250, but I guess I didn't. But I was okay with this. No worries in the world. And then the bottom falls out of this thing. And then I become upset because I wrote this off because I felt that we were not going to lose this level here again. And damn if we didn't lose it, but good. And this thing gave a nice sell-off, a nice move. If only I had stayed engaged like I was supposed to and not write this off. I had written this off. I had written the day off. And, you know, I was like, okay. But you can't do that. You got to stay engaged. I talk about it all the time. It's hard to, I know, when the market is crappy and choppy like this, it's easy just to shut it down and go outside and do some work outside and do whatever we need to do outside or in the house or whatever. But, you know, it really came back to bite me today. I did not anticipate this stock selling off like this. I really didn't. So made me look like a fool, made me feel like a fool, but we're green and we're ready to start Monday. Ready to kick that pig on Monday. So let's take a look at where we ended up this week. Yesterday was the big day. All together 1268.48 for the week, 1520.75 for the month. The last week was red. You guys, if you followed my week last week, it was just red. And had a small, I mean, you practically could say that was break even and a small green day on Friday. But Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday were red days. Ended up red $352.58, which left me last week and coming into this week with only $252.27 profit. Terrible. Terrible. All right. Nothing else I can say other than terrible. But you can see this week in just these 2 days, after earnings started kicking off on Wednesday, we picked up some really good momentum here. And we have brought our week back into focus. Oops, I didn't change the month profit here on this target. I need to do that. I don't want to look at it. After last week, this is what I had, $252. But now we're at $1520.75 for the month. So we're in really good shape. Really good shape here. And I'm messing this up. But we survived. And that's basically all I could say is we survived these 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks of July, which I rarely trade. And you can see why. So here's our equity curve. Here's the bumps in the road here. Here's a red week. We had a green week. And we had a red week. And a little bit better green week here. We're over 25K. And I plan to stay over 25K. I plan to stay there. So that's it. Going into this weekend. I'm going to get some rest. We got family coming again. Every weekend is a family reunion for us just about. So, which is great. That's exactly the way I want to live. So, we're going to be enjoying that. I will be right back in the room on Sunday morning to do our market analysis session and our swing trade watch list session. And I'll be sending out, once we finish all of that, then I'll send out the newsletter. And you should have all that early on Sunday. And remember, guys, if you didn't get it last week, make sure you email me so I can make sure you guys are on the list. You know, all you members, I got to make sure you're on the list so you can get it. All right, so that's going to do it for me this week. A nice short week, and we'll be going back at this thing on Monday. See if we can keep this momentum going. So you guys be safe. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon.